Ooh, ooh. How many of you believe in ghosts? How many of you have found yourself alone and know that you are the only one sitting in that room, in the house, alone, and you quickly turn around because you feel as if someone is standing behind you? How many of you in your house and all of a sudden you are the only one there, you know that you're there, the only one, and you hear footsteps, but you know you are alone? How many of you, while sitting down or standing up, can feel all of a sudden a warm breeze or a cold breeze just rushes by you? Now, my question to you, were you alone? That's $1 million question. I want to share a story with you. This story is about a young man and a young lady. They were brothers and sisters. They were twins. They grew up together. They worked out on the farm. But after the brother reached the age of 18, he decided that he wanted to go and experience the city life. He moved away to the city and he was there for many years. The sister remained behind on the farm. Mother and father passed on. One day she received the news that her brother was very ill and the doctor had already given him up. And if she wanted to see her brother, she needed to pack her bags and hurry come to the city. So she quickly packed her bags and she made her way to the city. When she got to the apartment in which her brother were living, she walked into the apartment, went to the bedroom, and her brother was lying there in bed. He had stopped eating, he had stopped talking. He was just laying there, waiting for death to come and take its toll. She walked over to the bed and she took her hand and rubbed her brother's forehead and told him just how much she loved him. So as time went on and night grew near, she decided she was not going to leave her brother's side. Her brother only had one bedroom, so she decided that she was going to sleep on the chair in the living room. She made the bed up in the living room on the chair. She lied down on her stomach trying to catch a nap. But the noise in and out of the apartment building kept her from falling to sleep. Around 2 o'clock that morning, she heard a loud footstep coming up the stairs. So she thought to herself it was someone in the apartment coming in from work. So she paid footstep no mind. But when the footstep got to the door of her brother's apartment, it all of a sudden stopped. And in less than a half a minute, she could feel as if something was standing over her. And at the same time, it was like a hand that just grasps her head and began to press her face down into the chair in which she was lying on. She was so afraid. And all of a sudden, her brother rushed out of the room and he snatched that presence off of her. And he looked at him and said, "Don't you ever touch my sister. I want you to get out and get out now." After a while, the sister lay there because she knew whatever that spirit was, it was a very evil spirit and hateful. It was mean. And she began to think, that was not my brother. I saw because my brother's not able to get out of bed. He can't talk. He's on deathbed. So she lay there, allowing the fear to leave her before she finally got up, because she couldn't believe what she not too long had witnessed. She got up and she walked to the bedroom door and looked at her dying brother in the bed as he was gasping for his very last breath. She turned around and she went back to the chair and she sat down. And she began to think and recall what her family, her ancestors would say. Someone who's traveling, leaving this side, is able to interact with the dead. So she realized that yes, that was her brother, not in the physical form, but in the spirit form that saved her from that evil spirit. Now, here's my question to you. It's not if I believe in ghosts or not. The question is, do you believe? Now, that is your question. The end.